says, when should the person who's given qurbani mention his name and the name he wants to include in his sacrifice? Is it at the time of buying the animal or when actually slaughtering it? Okay, first of all, let's do some translation. What's the meaning of qurbani? Qurbani is the Urdu way of saying udhiyah. The Muslims, the Arabs, consider it as udhiyah because this is how it is described in the Sunnah and in the books of fiqh. Qurban is a sacrifice. It's an originally Arabic word, but qurbani has nothing to do with the Arabic. So, but it's used in the subcontinent, and we explain it just for the people to know. So, Amna's question is, this sacrifice for people who are not going to Hajj. So the Muslims are divided into two types. Pilgrims who are going for Hajj and non-pilgrims who are the vast majority of the Muslims. Those non-pilgrims, it is highly recommended, sunnah mu'akkada, for them to sacrifice and to slaughter a udhiyah, a ram, or 1/7 of a cow, or 1/7 of a camel. So 7 can share in a cow, 7 people can share in a camel, and 1 person can sacrifice 1 sheep, 1 goat, 1 ram. Amina is asking about this ram I'm going to sacrifice. Is it permissible for me to include others in it? The answer is yes, providing those others are among the living who live under your roof. So if I have a big family and I have my children and I have my grandchildren, they all live under my roof, they all eat from the kitchen in the house, which I provide them food, or they may contribute, but it's the same kitchen that cooks the food for all. In this case, 1 sacrifice, 1 sheep, or 1/7 of a cow, or 1/7 of a camel, suffices for the whole entire family who live under my roof. As for the dead, I also am entitled to include the dead. So I include in my same ram the living under my roof and those who have died, such as my father, my mother, my grandparents, my uncle, my cousins. Now, when do I have such an intention? Is it when I buy the ram from the souk, from the market, or when the actual slaughtering is done? The answer is when the actual slaughtering is done. However, do I have to say it? So before slaughtering or before the butcher starts to slaughter, I say, listen, this is on behalf, and I get my list on behalf of so and so and so and so and so and so. Do I have to do this? No. Is it a sunnah? Some scholars say yes, because the Prophet used to say, this is on behalf of my family and the ummah of Muhammad. So uttering it is just a sunnah. It has nothing to do with the validity of your sacrifice. It has nothing to do with your intention. So what counts is my intention. So if I just go to the butcher and I say, listen, this is my sacrifice, slaughter it for me. And I don't tell him on who is it. This is sufficient. I don't tell him on who it is. This is sufficient. All what I need to know is that I personally know who is it intended for. And this would suffice, inshallah. I'd like to add, if I may, there are no callers, so I can't afford that. A lot of the brothers and sisters in the subcontinent take it religiously upon themselves that slaughtering a qurbani or the udhiyah is mandatory upon each individual. So you see a household with 10 people living under the same roof, under their father's roof, and they insist on slaughtering 10 sheep every single year. And this adds a lot of burden upon them financially. And it is not part of the sunnah. The sunnah is to slaughter one. This is sufficient and does the job. Now, if you're a millionaire, or if you are well off and you'd like to slaughter more, this is okay. No problem. But to believe that it is an obligation upon Aisha and Fatima and Khadija and Asma and about Muhammad and Abdullah, all the offsprings and the siblings living in the same house, no, this is not mandatory. And there is no such thing as a sin if none of them slaughters except the father of the house. There's no sin at all. There is not even going against the sunnah. It's totally legit. So people could utilize the money elsewhere.